Hey guys, what's up? It's Bobby with Gilk Sports Cards. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Just gonna have a little quick chit chat today. Talk about the sports card market overall and my plans for the next couple months. So number one, in late November, I posted a video just like this about an update with the sports card market and talked about how because everybody is focused on Christmas and traveling to see family and friends and Christmas presents, that every single year, November, December, the sports card market goes down. Now there's certain players, if there's a quarterback in the NFL that's on fire, or if there's a, like a Tyrese Maxey that's going off in the NBA, those cards do well. But besides that, most sports cards are going down because people aren't focused on that. And I mentioned in January, NBA, NFL playoffs are, getting close. Free agents are signing with, baseball, obviously Shohei Ohtani and all that kind of stuff. I said that's when the sports card market is going to heat up. And that's what happened this year as well. So it wasn't rocket science, guys. I wasn't being smarter than everybody else. That's just what happens every year. The best time to buy sports cards is November and December. The best. Besides guys that are hot at that point, that is the best time. And I definitely went off. I bought a lot at that time, so hopefully it goes well. Baseball is heating up, guys. I think the window has closed for buying baseball, at least at the best price, because I'm noticing auctions and stuff of guys I really would like to have a little more in. The prices are definitely higher than they were a couple months ago. So my focus right now on baseball is just getting as many of my prospect cards I have on eBay. Probably do that in the next week. You see a couple of guys I invested in front of you. There's Luis Angel Acuna, Ronald's little brother. So I think he has a chance to get in the major leagues this year. Junior Caminero is my favorite prospect. I think he hopefully gets American League Rookie of the Year. He's in the middle. And I took a few chances. Christopher Morel, it's kind of a homer deal. I'm a Chicago Cub fan. He's really exciting. Tons of power. Cubs fans love him. So I put a little bit of money in him. And, worst case scenario, if he doesn't play well, I got some fun PC cards. But I'm going to put as many. I have about 100 prospect cards graded that I need to start figuring out pricing for and get on eBay, before the hype starts on those guys. So that's definitely something I'm going to do. I still have a little bit. There's a $15.99 special, so I still have some cards that I need to send out. So obviously Corbin Carroll's a stud. O'Neal Cruz is a guy that I've invested in. Anything Jackson Churio is good. Xavier Isaacs, just it's a little gamble on my part. I think he'll be in the top 100 soon, and he's got tons of power. I love Matt Shaw. I can't afford his autographs yet, so he's going to be the third baseman of the Cubs probably next year. Got a little bit of his. Found this Juan Soto, kind of a cool camo card that I'd give it a shot. Volpe is a stud. Jordan Walker is going to be a stud. And then a couple more prospect guys that I really, really like there. Gabriel Gonzalez, my boy Brooks Lee. And this one, I had a redemption. It redeemed like a year later from Topps. They're usually quicker about that. And so he had some hype back in the day, Watson, but he didn't play very good last year. But I figured for $16, let's send it out. So I got a few more baseball cards to get graded. Besides that, I think I'm pretty much done buying any baseball, and my focus is football. I am not going to make the same mistakes that I made last year. And what I did last year was I bought a little bit of Justin Fields, which actually was a great decision. Unfortunately, I did not sell him before the season started. He had tons of hype, excitement. His prices were going up, and I got greedy, guys. I thought he was going to be an absolute beast. I thought the Bears would make the playoffs, have a chance at the Super Bowl, all that. Again, a homer. I'm a Chicago Bears fan. But obviously injuries and bad coaching decisions, and they didn't play well enough, so that didn't turn out very well, and his stuff went way down. So that won't be happening again. And then the other mistakes that I made was that I was buying non-quarterbacks. So you boys and girls are going to tease me in the comments, which is totally fair, but I bought a bunch of Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore. I just figured no one knew about Rashee Rice, that he was going to be a stud. I mean, he looked good in preseason, but you never know. And
I just figured one of these wide receivers had to go off. We have Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback. One of them has to go off. So I spent, it wasn't crazy, but, about $150 per player there. That didn't go well. I still have some left, unfortunately. And then probably the funniest one, and I should say, I bought some Garrett Wilson as well. Obviously, that was unfortunate that Aaron Rodgers got hurt, but I sold him before the season started. I just didn't think Aaron Rodgers, of course, I didn't expect him to get hurt. Wouldn't want that on anybody, but I don't know, at his age and everything, I just don't feel like, I didn't think the Jets were going to be as amazing of a team because he was a quarterback that everyone else expected. So there was some hype about Garrett Wilson, so I just sold him before the season started. So that ended up being the right decision. But then I bought about $300 worth of Alexander Mattison, who's a running back on Minnesota, and just like, Dalvin Cook's gone, and that cat was absolutely a beast the last 4 weeks of the season, catching a bunch of balls, 100-yard rushing games. Like I got him on all my fantasy teams. I thought that guy was a lock to be a stud, and boy, was I wrong. He was absolutely brutal. Killed me. So this year, I'm going to go very, very light on non-quarterbacks. I bought a couple of Jamar Chase cards just because I saw them on auction that ended kind of cheaply. And then my little bit of a gamble is I'm buying a tiny bit. And when I mean a tiny bit, I mean like $50, $60 worth of Nico Collins on the Texans. Man, he was a stud in the playoffs, and at the end of the year, CJ Stroud, they're an upcoming team. So I might sneak in, buy a little bit, maybe try to get a cheap autograph just to have. Seems like a good guy. So besides that, my focus is quarterbacks, guys. So I have gone off. I have bought in the last 3 or 4 days, 25 raw rookie quarterbacks. So who am I buying? Well, this is not rocket science. This is the same guys you're hearing all over the place, with all the hype and potential. So the bad one, guys, I'll let you know, is Joe Burrow. I want to buy some Joe Burrow, but it just, like, his stuff is still really, really expensive. And I'm seeing like his base Prism cards going for like $60 or more. And I'm just not comfortable with it. There's definitely not much raw of him. Everybody pretty much have sent that in themselves to get graded. And so unless you get lucky, I feel like the majority of that stuff is just too expensive for me on eBay, or doesn't look very well centered. It doesn't look like it has a chance for PSA 10s. So Joe Burrow, I have not been able to find anything. I would love to, but I think he just might be too expensive. The second guy that's a little too expensive is Justin Herbert. Obviously, with Jim Harbaugh, being the new coach of San Diego, he's going to have some hype. I was able to get about 3 of his cards. So I got 3 Justin Herbert cards, hopefully they look pretty good. We'll see what happens with those grading. I got a few. I went deep on Justin Fields a few months, during the season when he was, hurt. And so I have a lot of his stuff, but I did buy a little bit more Justin Fields. And then I got some Jalen Hurts, probably about 8 Jalen Hurts cards. He's way down. He's one of my favorites to invest in right now. I bought a couple Tua cards, and then the guy that I probably bought the most of was Trevor Lawrence. I am absolutely in shock of how much Trevor Lawrence, how much his cards are easily obtainable. Like his stuff, his Optic Hollow I got for under $40, and like pinks and all kinds of stuff, $25, $30. A lot of his select parallels for $10, $15. So I probably got 15, 16 Trevor Lawrence rookie quarterback raw cards on the way. And I'm not going to make the same mistake that I bought a couple Tuas if I didn't mention that, but I'm not going to make the same mistake that I made last year. I'm going to sell 90% of that before the season starts. So around the National or right before preseason, or when preseason's happening, I'll probably start selling those cards. I'll probably keep a little bit just for fun for the season, but that is the game plan. So
regarding products that I'm be opening, I have a little bit of Prism football hangers still left. And then I had some good news. About 5 minutes ago, I got a ding from Target, and my Prism basketball Monopoly boosters are starting to ship today. So I should have those hopefully in 7 to 10 days. I bought about 12 of those. There's only I think it's a 100 card checklist with Wembanyama on there, so it's just a lot easier to get him compared to the regular Prism basketball. I didn't have a ton of luck with it last year, but a lot of my friends got some crazy parallels and a lot of numbered cards, so that's where I spent my money instead of Prism basketball, so I'm really excited about that. And then I said I wouldn't, but I bought a little bit of Top Series 1. They had some blaster boxes on fanatics.com, which has some special parallels and a chance at some cool autograph stuff. So I bought 4 of those. So I'll have, when those get in, I'll have a video of 2, and the next day another video of 2. And then I want to get whatever cards I have there graded. So that's the plan, guys. Right now, if I was you guys, focus on football. I would kind of stay away from baseball. And then, basketball has just been kind of tough. I was lucky enough to invest in Maxey and Scotty Barnes. I've already sold that product or sold those slabs already. And there's some guys doing really well. Brunson right now in SGA, but I don't have any of it. I didn't buy any of it. So the basketball is a little bit goofy, but the playoffs will be coming soon. So might be a time to start picking up some guys for cheap and hope they make a playoff run, because that's when the stuff's going to skyrocket, like Jimmy Butler last year. But I don't have a plan right now for basketball. It feels like that market is kind of the toughest right now. So that's it, guys. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you to all my subscribers. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what guys you guys are buying right now, and if there's a plan that you guys have that's a little bit different than mine. Have a great day. Appreciate y'all, and I will have a video, guys, for you tomorrow. Have a great one, guys. Peace.